There are said to be well over 2.4, maybe even 2.5 billion Christians in the world today. That's a little over 25% of the entire world population. In the nation of Kenya, where I live at the moment, it's said that there are 85% of our population, of a little over 55 million people, 85% who would consider themselves or describe themselves as Christians. With this vast number of Christians available to society's population, what difference are we really making in terms of the exercise of our faith and beliefs? In what practical sense is our doctrine actually producing? I want us to discuss that for a few moments here on CITAM Church Online. My name is Reverend Kwame Rubadiri, and we're asking the question, what good is it? The letter of James, the epistle of James in the New Testament, is ascribed to the brother, or the stepbrother, as some people may describe him, of the Lord Jesus Christ. He was also a son of Mary and Joseph, and whereas Jesus Christ, of course, was the Son of God through his mother Mary. James writes a very practical book towards the end of the New Testament, and he begins to dissect, many scholars have thought, the Sermon on the Mount that Jesus preached at the very beginning of his ministry, and juxtaposes it with teachings from the Proverbs. So James writes very pithy statements which have to do with how we conduct ourselves in this life, what sort of difference we're actually making. And he asks the question, as we look at chapter 2, verses 14 to 26. We're just going to read verses 14 all the way to verse 17. Asks the question, what good is our faith? And this is how he begins. What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if somebody claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes or daily food, and if one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm, well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. That's a powerful, powerful statement to make about the context and the power, the efficacy of our faith as believers. Many people express faith. Many people can even believe in God, and we'll deal with that in a later talk together. And many people will even do the things that are expected of faith, of those who are faithful. Attend church, give towards the causes of the church, etc. But their lives are far separated from actually expressing that faith in a very practical and real way. I'd like to ask you to ask yourself a couple of questions in this coming week. Whatever you do, either in the question or in the name of faith, ask yourself the question, what good is this actually doing in a practical way? My spending time with an individual who perhaps has lost a relative, or a person who's lost a job, or is going through a difficult time, what can I practically do to make a difference in that person's life? Not just sending them a WhatsApp message, not just sending them a good prayer emoji. What can I actually do that will be an expression of my faith? And as you ask yourself that question in that particular context, continue to ask yourself, what practical difference is my faith making in the world today? If I wasn't here, if I didn't exist, if I never interacted with any other person, what practical difference is my faith making today in this world? Is the world any closer to God because I'm living as a Christian and because my faith has works to accompany it? God bless you.